We all know who the CSGO greats are.
The smoke, OG, falling back, that's precise, and he gets another over the top.
God damn.
Filthy! Absolutely filthy!
But there's a lot of new blood in the water these days. Between the massive popularity of Go and the arrival of CS2, Counter-Strike is truly anyone's game, and new names are taking over the scene.
The AWP dispatches of him, and look at Dog do it! That's disgusting! Revolting from Dog!
But one major winning name is perhaps the most surprising of all.
I f***ing did it!
Justinas JL Lekavičius is one of the lowest rated MVPs in CS history. In other words, one of the least impactful players ever to lift the trophy that all CS players dream of lifting. So how did JL manage to snag Counter-Strike's most prestigious award at CS2's very first major, despite being, on paper, not great? What's the deal with him and Aleksib? And most importantly, when are people gonna stop talking shit about this guy?
2 weeks ago, I was reading comments how I'm a tier 2 bot and I'll never reach anything in life, and now I'm the major champion. So who's talking now, bitch?
All right, so before we talk about JL, I want to remind you all about theScore Esports' Face It clan. Join me and your fellow gamers for fun, stress, and cheater-free matches. I promise, you'll love it here. All right, so going into CS2's first major in Copenhagen, Na'Vi really seemed like an org that was greater than the sum of its parts. The name still rang fearsomely for anyone who was interested in professional Counter-Strike. But there was one little problem. Simple was long gone, getting the world's most ridiculous bag on Falcons, and later pursuing his newfound calling as a CS teacher. Bit, the rookie that blew everyone's socks off upon his debut, was decidedly lagging behind the competition.
How much does Massey want to dedicate his life to this bomb site? Massey on catwalk finds the timing, 8 seconds. If he can drop the bomb, it'd be everything, but it travels into the site. 1-on-2 for Massey now.
It's sacrificial, gives his position away. He wants Massey's end gone. But this man!
IGL Aleksib was coming off a string of benchings that left his ability to lead his teams to victory in question.
Aleksib, what does the B stand for?
Benched for life.
Simple's replacement, Wonderful, was showing a lot of promise, but no one knew what to actually expect from this young, inexperienced opper who never thought he'd have a shot on Na'Vi to begin with.
Шансов пока что вообще нет. То есть и в будущем его тоже. Там слишком сильные игроки будут. Ну, типа, сейчас Сани Simple, потом будет Massey, скорее всего, а я Авик. Нет, вообще, так, мне кажется, шансов нет. Только если на рифу.
And then there were the two players Na'Vi recruited from the Paris Major top 4, Emma and JL. Emma was the second best performing player at that major, right behind Zywoo. JL's stats, on the other hand, were, honestly, kind of underwhelming.
Emma had a great major form, not me. I mean, I had like 1.2 leading up to the legend stage, and then I just dropped. Completely out of nowhere.
JL made a deep run, but he was, admittedly, one of the weaker players in the upper echelons of the tournament. And yet, for some reason, people remembered things differently.
Yes, I mean, I understand when people say, oh, he's a funny guy, nice personality, bumps the team up, but they're saying, oh, I hope he recovers his major form. What form? What form?
Going into Paris, JL hadn't actually been a Counter-Strike pro for very long. He'd dreamt about it forever, but breaking into the pro CS scene proved to be so difficult that at some point he almost stopped trying completely and actually considered a very different career path.
I was trying to reach the pro level for quite some time, and it was not going good. I was playing Face It Premium to get into the FPLC qualifiers, and I failed one after the other. I was considering quitting it. I was considering quitting and just being a delivery guy, because I just found peace in being a delivery guy. But you know who was there for me? My girlfriend. Then she said, don't quit. Why did you spend all this time working for it? You have an exceptional talent. I believe in you, and you should believe in yourself too.
So JL stuck with CS, and his efforts paid off, eventually. He signed with Mad Lions, hoping to be their opper. Many a superstar got their start by wielding the big green and demolishing the competition.
Good little double for Bieri, and might as well have been a triple there. Bonusy is in a lot of trouble. He no-scopes one of them. He keeps going. 10 seconds. He fakes the bomb, spins around, takes down Woody, and now he's on the hunt, running up close and personal. Oh, what a flick! He doesn't have the time for the
Surely.
blood. No, he
Just
can't
give
do
it
it,
to
I
him.
think. Oh!
Yes!
How is that possible? What an absolutely godlike sequence from Massey. He doesn't have to move so much. Now, there is a Molotov on Turtle. He's going to throw it. It's not deep enough. Massey still could have the shot. Oh, and there it is. One of the best clutches we've seen in a long, long time.
But Kubin, Mad Lions' coach, suggested that JL give the rifle a chance instead, and he never looked back.
The offensive towards long, it's going well. It's Waro to miss out on a shot, and it's Dexter to find two. The nade from Frozen 8, but JL still fighting out. He needs one more to finish, and he knows where Rops is. A molly in hand. The perfect set of utility, a flash to follow it up. Rops, he's found respite.
Despite JL's enthusiasm, Mad Lions didn't amount to very much. Within a year, the org pulled out of CS entirely, leaving JL in the lurch. So he followed Coach Kubin to Apex, a small-time Norwegian org that had a history of, well, nothing. Now, honestly, this could have been the end of the road for JL. Player without much promise, signs to org without a ton of legacy. Tale old as time. Apex weren't playing premier tournaments or even consistently placing first in the events they did attend. And yet JL was able to discover what sort of player and teammate he was without the pressure of the big stage looming over that formative period.
Now they know Same is on short. They know where exactly he's hiding. There's a second player again to be spotted. They still know the op is there. They still know it's there. JL! JL! Oh boy!
And slowly, Apex started performing better and better, doing well enough at the RMR to squeeze into the then upcoming Paris Major. No one expected much from a small-time team like Apex. So it came as a bit of shock to everyone, JL included, when the team began to swiftly move towards the top spot.
He's straight back on that defuse. 20 kills on him and a 16-6 victory as Apex will bring down BNE.
Rez already starting to clear out some of these angles in the bomb site. Brolin's walking, Knock hits the shot. Rez is gonna stick this, or Knock gets him off. And now time is gonna decide. There is no chance for the ninjas. The most triumphant arc in Paris is that of Apex.
One onto Nafly, one bullet to land it and secure the semis. Apex! I am in disbelief!
First major, first stage, no problems.
Apex were finally defeated by Team Vitality in the semi-finals, but losing to the eventual champions and landing in the top 4 in a tournament where everyone basically wrote them off put a lot of eyes on Apex's players. JL in particular started to get a lot of offers.
I had the most offers out of the team, by far, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's really good. Maybe they're not looking at just the major performance.
But there was one offer to rule them all. JL couldn't resist joining Na'Vi and playing alongside the CSGO GOAT, Simple.
When we got together as a 5, we had a goal to improve, feel each other out, build chemistry, and now it's no more room for mistakes and just perform at your best level, and if you don't, it's gonna be bad.
So what exactly was it that made JL such a hot commodity? Hot enough to be signed by one of the most prestigious orgs in Counter-Strike. Clearly, it wasn't his stats at the Paris Major. Instead, it was the intangibles. In a word, JL lit up the room with his presence, and teams wanted that vibe.
Imagine. Scenario. Simple miss a shot, he gets like really mad, he gets tilted, something bad happens, and there's me at the side just holding his hand like, Sash, bro, don't tilt him. It's okay, it's only game. We're winning, it's alright.
Now, joining an org like Na'Vi had a ton of obvious advantages. It was like joining the esports equivalent of a Fortune 500 company. But besides getting to play with Simple and having access to resources only an org of that size could provide, there were some unexpected upsides as well. JL created a Twitch account all the way back in 2015, and his follower count took a steep upward turn after he signed with Na'Vi. His new fans really appreciated JL's chill demeanor, fun-loving approach to CS, and of course, the frags.
So I'm gonna owe him so hard.
I have
He's gonna do. Oh, he smoked from far. I'm gonna go. Hey, relax, buddy.
one more damage. I leave doors. Two more lobby, three more lobby. Take
I told you.
Maybe main. Care, man.
But an even more unforeseen benefit of joining Na'Vi was the relationship JL formed with his IGL, Aleksib. It is truly a bromance for the ages.
Screw Aleksib haters. Every single time you go into HLTV, Aleksib is the problem, Aleksib is losing the game. No, it doesn't happen like that.
We had a mistake, we lost a round, and someone screaming at your ear. Not good.
Who was screaming in your ear?
Aleksib. I'm joking, Aleksib is such a calm dude, he would never scream.
You see this white teddy bear with a purple skull and black bunny ears?
Yeah.
I think that's you. Because you look angry from the outside, but you're really soft on the inside.
This guy.
All in all, this international iteration of Na'Vi was off to a good start together.
Now it's on Monty to try have that same gumption. Ema challenging, deals with Demka, and Sundai Young is triple swung from spawn. That's how it closes. Na'Vi in the grand final.
But just when everything looked like it was full steam ahead, the Na'Vi camp got some bad news. Simple was taking an indefinite break from competitive CS, leaving the rest of the team to pick up the slack of his very notable absence.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's going to be a wild ride when you join the team with Simple in it, and then you don't have him anymore. It's a little heartbreaking, but I think we got a really, really good replacement instead of Simple.
CS2's first major in Copenhagen was fast approaching. Without Simple, though, fans basically thought Na'Vi had no shot at winning. But where others may have been discouraged, the ever-optimistic JL saw a learning opportunity, if nothing else.
I haven't had much experience in the game, so it's a good chance for me to catch up with big dogs and the huge names. So I'm putting in as much work as I can and trying to do my best.
And boy, did JL's best turn out to be a real game changer.
It's right below as he gets the kill, and now JL alone and the pressure is on. They're pushing in from either side and he knows it has to push forward. It's a strong headshot here. He needs one more and Walk 6 on the other side. JL, can he? Oh! He can, they're at 15.
Already losing majority of his health. This round going one way. Oh! Or not! JL offers us another opportunity. This guy is such a playmaker. Back-to-back semi-finals on the major circuit.
The bomb tippy top of the ramp, and he wants more.
He wants to do one better. Hunter takes down Emmanuel.
The gap.
The gap. JL! He's got another! This would be unbelievable! Ace out of JL! Gives Na'Vi a lifeline!
They're lucky that JL has had a career high performance at this major, and that he's really become better than he was in his first major outing back in Paris.
Despite everyone's bottom of the barrel expectations, Na'Vi kept climbing higher and higher in the standings and eventually ended up in the grand finals of CS2's very first major. If there was ever a time where JL's hot streak needed to continue, it was now.
JL, can he save the day? Can he cook something up here?
1v2, not a lot of time to do it. FaZe know that.
Now FaZe are left low on both players. This fight on a silver platter! And that move, that could be the move that cost FaZe $500,000. Just JL left in this one. No kit means
it's done.
The kill. And JL has arrived in the Royal Arena! JL, all that stands between them in this site. JL, he'll lock them out of it, buying time. Na'Vi have got everyone here now. He can't find a thing. 7 bullets, and he won't convert the kill. It's all JL to keep this round in check. And they know it now. They all know it now. The best moment of the rest of their lives is about to come through. And there's the killing blow. Na'Vi's highest height in years. And the gamble of taking breakout players from Paris and molding them in their image pays off.
Defying all of the odds, Na'Vi won CS2's first major. JL became its MVP, and he had something to say to all the haters.
2 weeks ago, I was reading comments how I'm a tier 2 bot, and I'll never reach anything in life, and now I'm the major champion. So who's talking now, bitch?
All throughout Copenhagen, JL's numbers were great, but he certainly wasn't the highest rated performer at the tournament. But it's not always the stats that make the MVP.
JL's impact was astounding. I gotta say, every single game that I watched from Na'Vi this major, JL was clearly the best player. Let's put the stats aside. If you were watching the major, I'm sure you can attest to that. And we all have to agree, he was great.
JL got a real hero's welcome when he returned to Lithuania. MVP! But he himself stayed exceptionally humble about the whole thing in the months that followed.
But it's one of those where I never thought it's possible. Yeah. I mean, I thought I'm going to win the major, but
You didn't envision yourself as the MVP?
No.
Navi's results since the major haven't exactly been stellar, though they did seem to turn things around by the end of the season. But no one can take away JL's crowning achievement, being the crowd's absolute favorite.
Mate, you did it.
I f***ing did it!
JL's story goes to show that it's never just about the numbers. In fact, it rarely ever is. JL didn't outplay, outsmart, or outfrag everyone else. No, most of JL's success came from being a breath of fresh air.
It's going to be a sad thing, removing one of my idols from the lower bracket, but it is what it is.
A ray of sunshine.
Wait, did you have to wait? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's only like 15 minutes. It's not like I have something to do, you know?
And an absolute beast when it mattered most.
How far away do they read JL to be? Does he go through this smoke? He hears those beeps. Boris got the correct angle, but JL finds both immediately. Lightning fast.
You know, Rops, maybe you didn't see this. Rops bought a like $150,000 Porsche for himself. Like really nice Porsche, right? And JL, and he tweeted it, right? JL, like 3 days ago, tweeted a small electric scooter, and he literally added Rops, and he's just like, I'm not Rops. He's like, but you know, this thing's pretty fire too, right?